Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all your updates. Really excited for today's video. It's Bourbon County, and it's a variant. It's Cherrywood. And it looks like it'd be like a caramel variant, given the color. Let's see. So, stout aged in bourbon barrels and finished with cherry wood. So I don't want to read the subtle notes yet. Aged up to 5 years, 14.2% ABV, so 0.2% higher than my regular one I got this year. And it was bottled August 26. So one thing I did see, I'm trying, if you're new to my channel, I typically try to go in as blind as possible. And anymore, even if there's like tasting notes, to read them after I do my review. But I did see that it's this like honeycomb cherrywood, which I was like, I don't know what that is. So it looks like drilled in holes that make it kind of look like that chunk of wood looks like honeycomb, and I'm assuming that's to maximize contact between the liquid and that wood. I don't think it occurs in nature. I'm assuming that they are drilling a hole, or whoever sells it is drilling those holes. But yeah, I'm curious, like, what the cherry wood. When I used to smoke meat, I used a lot of cherry wood, so I kind of know what that is from that. So I'm kind of curious to see what that does in beer form. It's dark. I see some red and brown in there too, though, for sure. Proper glassware, so it's going to taste better. Yeah, I mean, it's black, but like I said when I was pouring it, there's a little bit of brown, and like at the very, very bottom, you can see some crimson red. Almost exactly a finger of this mocha colored head. Compact bubbles. It's sticking around pretty well. Given the ABV, I keep kind of thinking that these bourbon counties are going to lose their head faster than they have been. Yeah. The lacing goes away relatively fast. There's some legs, which makes sense given the ABV. Yeah, definitely looks like a bourbon county. Let's get into the aroma. I get a lot of vanilla in. Like, you can tell it's not vanilla, but like it's close. Like, you get a lot of that. Yeah, so it is woodsy, woody, I should say, not like outdoor woods, but like barrel aged chips. Like, it does have that. Reminds me once, a long time ago, I think it was a Dogfish Head, like South Randall. I put chips in, like oak chips, and put a beer in there, let it sit for a while, and it had like just wood. Like, it has that. It has other things being pulled from the wood, like that vanilla in, but it also just like, this smells like wood. I kind of get that, it's not smoking, but I kind of get that cherry wood thing reminiscent of like when I would open the bag to put it into the smoker. So like, I get that a little bit. I get some chocolate. I get some berry, and it's not because of the cherry wood, because it won't really like make it smell like cherry. But like, from the base beer, you can get a little bit of cherry. But yeah, don't confuse that with the cherry wood. Yeah, strong berry note, almost like a blueberry juice. But yeah, some of that chocolate, a little bit of like the caramel thing that can kick out. Yeah, for me, the biggest difference is how much of that vanilla I'm getting, and then is it getting annoying that I'm not just saying vanilla? And just wood, which makes perfect sense. It has extra wood conditioning. Let's see about the taste. Cheers. I like it. It's not, prickly's not the right word, but it has like, what's the right way to describe it? Like, it does this thing where like it commands your attention. It's not so much a flavor, it's more of a sensation. So it's not like it's really sweet and it's like, whoa, like, it's not that thing. It's just like, yeah, there's like this, it's not stringency, it's not prickly from like carbonation, but there's like this thing. It just like top to bottom in your mouth. You're just like, hey, pay attention. Interesting. Yeah, more chocolate in the taste than I got in the aroma. You're getting, Hershey's syrup. You're getting some dark chocolate notes as well, a little bit of like cocoa powder. Like you're getting so chocolate a few different ways. It's not. I'm thinking this is less sweet than the base, and I'm wondering if some of that. And it makes sense. Like the oak tannins can dry out a beer or a wine, right? So I'm thinking maybe some of that extra wood conditioning has taken down the sweetness. That's one of the first things that I'm noticing that's different. A little bit more woody, again, just like the aroma led on. But the biggest difference, because it does follow the aroma, in my opinion, the biggest difference that I did not pick up in the aroma, and I'm not saying it wasn't a difference from the base in the aroma, I just didn't pick up on it, is it's definitely less sweet to me. Yeah, and I'm getting more. Not that I know what Cherrywood. Again, like I've only ever had it. You know, I didn't like ever like suck on a chip to see what it tastes like. I would just put it into the smoker and let it do its thing. But so it's easier for me, I think, to identify a smell than a taste from the Cherrywood. About halfway through, like once that initial sweetness, the chocolate, some of that caramel, the vanilla in. When some bitterness kicks in, some of that dryness kicks in, it's kind of when you notice there's a little bit more wood to this. Yeah, I like it. I can't say I like it better than the regular. I think, and I had the benefit of finishing that one already, I think I'm liking this one better than the cola. Which was a surprise to me. I had no interest in that cola. I wish they hadn't brewed it. I still wish they had done barley wine, wheat wine, or the coffee stout. I know I'm a broken record about this, and I keep trying not to talk about it in these reviews. But the cola was better than I thought it would be. But still, I'm glad I tried it, but I never, want to try it again. This one I like better than the cola. I don't think I like it better than the base. And this one, I would try again. I'm kind of curious how this beer ages. So as much as the cola, I have no interest in seeing how that ages. I'm also kind of talking about this because people keep asking me, so I thought maybe in this review I should mention it. This one I am curious to see what another bottle will do with some age. All right, so they're saying stone fruit, dark cherry, light wood tannins. So the stone fruit, I mean. And I got it more in the aroma than the taste. I get more berry, like blueberry. I do get a little bit of cherry. I hate to talk about it because I think because it's called Cherrywood, and the second you mention cherry, people are going to think a certain thing. It's not cherry. But it is subtle, fair enough. And then light wood tannins. Yeah, I mean, again, I know I've said this. I don't know how you drink this beer. And after having the regular, especially if you're doing I did it maybe like 3 weeks apart, 4 weeks apart. So like even if it's closer, I'm sure it's even more obvious that this has more of that wood thing. So they're saying light wood tannins. Yeah, I mean that's exactly what I talked about. You have an increased amount of those wood tannins from the base. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I'm glad I got it, and I'm curious what this does in a year. Have you had this one before? Have you had any of their variants? Have you had them all at this point? You want to tell me your rankings? I should be getting all of them. So I should be, if everything goes according to plan, being able to review this year's lineup. So definitely keep checking back. If you're only interested in these, make sure you keep checking back because I will be reviewing all of them. If you like what you see, again, please subscribe, okay? But yeah, have you had this one or any thoughts? Comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check them out on Instagram and Untappd. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, I forgot to mention I'm doing this on Tuesday because on Tuesdays I do test my palate Tuesday, and I thought with the extra Cherrywood, the extra wood, this would be a good beer for that. And I can't believe I didn't say that at the beginning of the video. I'm so mad at myself. Cheers.